Judge Vanderby is now in session. Judge, this is case number JVB 1062, Sanchez case.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You all may be seated. Okay, Mr. Sanchez, you brought this case before the court. What's going on?
Okay, Your Honor. I'm want to sue her for child support because, you know, my kids are always with me and she's always at work. You know, she's always working for the hospital. You know, yeah, we said back then that we could do this together as one. I went so much as far as swapping complete schedules. I started doing overnight shift now, just so I can be there for my kids and everything. And she was supposed to be working for mornings, which she was, but she volunteered for more hours. And even when she's not at work, she's just never home. I don't know where she is. She doesn't call us. She doesn't call our kids. My kids are always wondering where she's at. And you know, I myself, sure, she can do what she wants as long as she lets me know where she is for her own safety. But my kids always wonder where she's at. They're always for days at a time. She's never home. And we broke it off several weeks ago, and only with my income alone, I can't really just do it with just me and my kids, especially that one has autism. I've always got to take her to the doctor and whatnot, and for these past 3 weeks, I have not seen or heard from her, even as so much as trying to help out with the kids or anything like that. So I can't get it. I'm surprised she's even here at court today.
Our devoted father has become a full-time parent and even switched to working overnight shifts to make sure his children, especially his autistic child, were taken care of. Meanwhile, the mother works extra hours voluntarily rather than out of need. But the real problem is that she is rarely home, doesn't check in, and now, after weeks of absence, she is suddenly in court. Let's face it, parenting is about being present, not just providing. You think you should be the only one making sacrifice?
Okay, when you say kids, how many?
I have two.
Two, all right.
You mean we, not you?
No, I have two.
Ma'am, I'm addressing him. So he answered appropriately, and you'll have your opportunity to speak, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, so you said you changed your job to now you work overnight?
Yes.
What is it that you do?
I drive an 18-wheeler. I drive locally. I deliver hospital supplies.
Okay, so I'm assuming that's how you all met.
Beforehand, but we had the same interest in the medical field.
Okay. All right. And how long has it been since you all stopped living together?
It's been, I want to say, a month and a week already.
Okay. All right. Is there anything else you want me to know before I move over to her?
She just, for as long as I can remember, about 2 years now, she's just never been wanting to come home really. And honestly, I've caught her having some painkillers that I would only assume she's taken from the hospital she works at. She's either on painkillers, or sometimes I'll find needles around and whatnot. So I know she works at a hospital, so she's got to get the drugs from there.
Okay. Is there anything else you want me to know?
I just hate that it's really around the kids. The kids find it before I do most of the time.
Oh my.
Yes.
Ma'am?
I was addressing him, so if you respond appropriately, and now it's your turn to speak unity. All right, when you say kids, how many do you have? I have two too. Do you mean me like you said you changed your job and now work overnight? What do you do? I drive an 18-wheeler making local deliveries of hospital supplies. All right. So is that how you both met? No. We met because we shared an interest in the medical field. Okay. How long has it been since you stopped living together? I'd say about a month and a week. Is there anything else I should know before I turn to her? Yeah. For as long as I can remember. About 2 years now, she's never really wanted to come home. I've caught her with painkillers, which I assume she's taken from the hospital where she works. Sometimes I even find needles lying around, so I suspect she's getting drugs from there. Anything else I should know? Yes. The worst part is that it happens around the kids. Most of the time, they find this stuff before I do. Oh my God.
I mean, I'm not sure where he's getting this intel from, but that's
Obviously
not
the
true.
kids.
I mean,
are you saying your kids are liars?
I mean, they could be. I mean, I'm not sure. I mean,
You're not sure because you're not around that much?
I am around. I just have to work all the time. I mean, it's not my fault that, you know, saving lives isn't important to him.
No, I believe it is important to him. I don't think that's what he's saying. He's saying that you're not contributing anything.
I mean, I am though. Like I feed them or sometimes, and
I feed them. You'd agree with me that that's your responsibility, right?
She brings them fast food and leaves
okay,
again.
but it's food though.
But you don't sit there and spend quality time with your kids. You say, here's food, and leave.
I mean, the tablet works just fine. They can just eat and watch the tablet. Like, why is that a problem?
Because
So you want to raise a child off of a tablet? You think that's
I mean, they
okay?
have educational stuff. I don't see what's wrong with it. Like, I need to go to sleep at some point in time.
Interesting.
And now for the shocking revelation. If the father's claims that the mother has been abusing painkillers and possibly stealing them from the hospital where she works are accurate, there are significant ethical and legal issues. This is not only a serious crime, but it also puts the children in danger. The worst part is that the children are allegedly discovering the evidence before the father does. Imagine being a child and discovering needles and pill bottles at home. That's not just bad parenting, it's downright dangerous. If this is true, we may be dealing with more than just a child support case instead.
me personally, myself, I sit there with my kids and I open a book with them and I help them with their homework. I feed them. I'm not much of a good cook, but I do what I can to put food on the table and spend time with them. It doesn't matter if I lose sleep over it. I mean, that's why I went to overnight, because I want to spend time with my kids. I went to overnight.
His shift to
As he
spend more time
should, he's
with
a
the
dad.
kids. As you should, you're a mom. The audacity.
I mean, but I have a more important job.
I mean, how many times are you going to say that? I mean, you have the audacity to say that he's a dad and he should do these things, but you're the mom and not doing these things. He changed his shift. Why can't you?
Because it's inconvenient to me.
I've actually heard a couple times to where she says, I gave birth to him. It's your job to take care of him.
You believe that?
Yes.
Did you notice that she admitted that she occasionally feeds them? Then, as if that weren't bad enough, she tries to defend giving them a tablet and fast food by saying that while technology is great for parenting, it can't replace a babysitter. Additionally, she can't commit to spending quality time with her kids while the father is over here sacrificing sleep, altering his entire work schedule, and actively engaging with them. Is this just plain irresponsibility, or is there something more serious at play here?
Interesting. Wow. No, that's not how this works. That's not how any of this works. You are going to financially support these children, and I'm going to make sure of it today. And you may want to look into trying to do a shift change yourself so you can spend some time with the kids. I mean, obviously, I can't court order you or force you to spend time with them, but you should want to spend time with the kids. And I mean, considering that one of them has autism, you should want to spend more time with your kids.
I mean, I get it, but it's too much work having a kid with autism. That's why I just leave it to him, because he's better suited for that.
Right, yeah, no, I'm not about to do this game with you. Since you left a month and a week ago, have you given him any money for the children? I don't need an explanation either. It's a yes or no.
No.
Okay, thank you. All right.
She's actually asked for money instead of giving.
And as if things couldn't get any worse, she outright acknowledges that raising a child with autism is too much work. Wow, parenting is easy, but completely ignoring responsibility is the height of selfishness. And remember, this isn't about her convenience. Rather, it's about a child's well-being who requires extra care and attention. This is a difficult moment to witness. Would you say that this is neglect? Should the court be taking into account more than just child support in this case?
And then you have the nerve to ask for money and the kids are with him?
I mean, he has an obligation to give me support.
You know what? I'm not about to play with you. You came here to waste my time because you have the same obligation to your kids. He should not be paying you anything if the kids are with him majority of the time. If they're living with him, if he is the primary parent, he is tasked with the daily duties of caring for these kids. He shouldn't pay you anything, ma'am. And it is ridiculous that you believe that he should. Yeah, no, we're not doing that. This is what we're going to do. How much money you make a year?
$60,000.
Okay, $60,000. All right, health insurance.
That's about the I just have the individual. He has a family one under his plan, so I just
Yes.
pay $80 every 2 weeks.
Okay, health insurance. Is it private health insurance? Is the children under Medicaid? What are we
It's
doing?
Medicaid.
Medicaid?
Yes.
Okay. So you're going to have to pay that back to Medicaid, just FYI, unless you want to put them on private health insurance, which I don't see why you would have a problem with it. You're a nurse. You have access to private health insurance, right?
Yes.
So why did you just get an individual plan when you have a family? That was a question.
Because it's his job to take care of them, and I shouldn't have to spend
You know what?
money.
Don't say that again about what his responsibilities are and what his job is, because you're a mom, period.
I mean, but I didn't sign up for it. Like,
countless times I've told her, yes, it is my job to take care of our children.
And you're
as a
doing
dad. And I'm doing well beyond.
She's not disputing that you're doing that.
Yes, and I feel
But
like
you're not doing your part.
I feel like I'm always not doing enough for my kids.
I mean, but
and
he
only
also
because I don't
forced
have
me
my
to have
other
the
half.
kids. Like, I don't know why you're doing that.
Because
You don't want to have your kids?
I mean, like, when I was pregnant, I told him I didn't want him because I wanted to go party. And, like, he was just like, no, we got this. And, like, how is it my fault? He wanted them. I didn't want them.
Wait, did she insist that he pay her money? The delusion is real. She hasn't made any financial contributions and has been living there for weeks, but she still feels entitled to support from the father, who is the child's full-time carer. The judge had to put an end to that right away. This is entitlement at its height. What do you all think? Should she be required to pay even more given her degree of neglect? Let's talk about it.
So,
But you kept them.
no, we've talked about having kids and we've wanted kids.
I know, but,
once
like,
she
when
got
we were
pregnant,
older,
once she got
not right
pregnant and
now.
she knew she couldn't do what she needed anymore, or really what she wanted anymore, then it was just oh, this baby's really an inconvenience to our lives.
I mean, but you know
This
what I
child
like to
support
party.
payment is about to be an inconvenience to you as well, because you're going to pay child support. Whether you wanted them or not is beside the point. You had them, they are here, they are your responsibility just as much as they are his responsibility. So $60,000 a year. I have your gross set at $5,000. Your net is $4,101.87. Medicaid reimbursement based on 9% of your gross is $450. Do you think you can get health insurance through your employer that's cheaper than that for the children?
I mean, I guess. I don't know.
You don't want to look into it?
Not really.
we work for the same company. Yes, she does.
Oh, okay. So this is what we'll do. You just go ahead and pay that, and you can roll your eyes all you want to. I can roll my eyes too. We're just going to have you reimburse Medicaid that full $450. So that brings your monthly child support obligation for 2 children to $1,025 plus the $450 reimbursement to Medicaid for $1,475. Now, it looks like Dad also requested for you to pay back pay for that month and a week that you left and haven't given the children anything. I'm going to grant his request. So you have arrearages in the amount of $1,475. That's to be paid at $25 a month. So your monthly child support obligation, including the back pay, is $1,500. You have any questions about anything I just said?
I mean, I just feel like it should be less. What am I going to be left with to party with? Like, what am I going to do?
I don't know, maybe pick up some extra shifts or work a part-time job.
Or take care
I
of your
really
kids.
don't, you know, if she doesn't want to take care of her kids, I really don't care at this point. I just want to make sure he gets some financial assistance.
I mean, but he makes enough money.
And I mean, you make enough money too. So again, do you have any questions about anything I just said?
No.
Okay. You have any questions, sir?
No.
Okay. Well, if there's nothing further, you all are dismissed.
Additionally, the judge is ensuring that these children receive the full $500 per month in child support. Let's face it, this is the bare minimum for someone who has abandoned her children and refuses to accept responsibility, but we shouldn't ignore her reaction. Rather than accepting her responsibility as a parent, she is concerned about how it will affect her party money, which tells you everything you need to know about her priorities. What do you think? Should this payment have been even higher? The next voice. In the end, when a case justice was done, the mother was held responsible, and the father received the money he was due. However, let's pause to consider that this was never about money. Rather, it was about responsibility. When one parent fails to step up, the law will make them pay. In your opinion, did the judge make the right decision? Should the mother face additional legal repercussions? Parenting is a two-person job. Please share your thoughts below, press the like button if you thought this case was as surprising as we did, and subscribe for more incredible courtroom breakdowns.